Old dog boxing, motherfucker.
The craziest part to me about this whole situation, the Canelo ducking Crawford situation, is I can't get over how fast, how many people wanted to castigate Canelo prematurely when none of us had the actual facts. That's the mind-blowing part to me. Like, you mad Canelo dug Crawford only to find out that that wasn't the case. And when you're wrong, you don't want to admit it. That's why I don't waste time arguing with you motherfuckers, man. A lot of you guys here on the YouTube boxing community have autistic tendencies. It's like your guys' brains stopped developing around the time you picked up smoking blunts and weed and shit. And since you haven't stopped smoking drugs since you started, your brain's never fully developed. And so then you bring your dumbass little brain onto the internet just to sound stupid as fuck. It's like a lot of you guys were mad that Canelo ducked Crawford, only to find out that Canelo actually didn't duck Crawford, and then you're still mad. So it's like, I have a better idea for you guys. Go look for the tallest, most biggest building you could find, and once you find it, go climb it. Climb all the way up to the top, and then jump off of that motherfucker, man. Shit is crazy, fam. Motherfuckers is mad that Canelo ducked Crawford, only to find out that Canelo didn't duck Crawford, and then you motherfuckers is still mad. It's like, bro, go play in traffic then. You motherfuckers is miserable. This shit is crazy. And what's even funnier is that the name slandering, throwing mud on Canelo's name, the smear campaign, it's all coming from different angles and all kinds of different sides. You got different narratives like Canelo's ducking Benavidez, and then you got Canelo's ducking Terrence Crawford, and the newest one, this one is my favorite at the moment, Canelo is now ducking Jake Paul. These stupid motherfuckers don't know which way to go, what narrative to stick to, and what to say. It don't matter which content creator it is or from what side he's from. It's coming from all different angles, sides, and they all have their different negative talking points. They're all running with different negative narratives. A bunch of negative Nancy's. It's nasty work, man. And these same content creators that were running with the narrative that Canelo was ducking Crawford are the same content creators that are now saying that Canelo is ducking Jake Paul. First, when Canelo says that he's fighting Jake Paul, he gets a bunch of backlash. He gets castigated for it, for fighting Jake Paul, taking the fight with Jake Paul. And then, so he says, okay, he decides not to fight Jake Paul. And now you guys are mad at him for that. Now you're claiming that he's ducking Jake Paul. Bro, then go play in traffic then, bro. And let me say this. I refuse to partake in this hate campaign. This is absolutely disgusting. It gives feminine ass energy off from grown men in their 40s and their 50s. This is horrible fucking content. It's a horrible look for the boxing community, and I don't care if I'm the only guy going up against the grain. I'm not about to be part of this super smear campaign. I'm not about to join the rest of these opportunistic fanboy channels in shitting and hating and smearing the name of the one man that carries the sport of boxing on his back. I'm not about to do that for some fucking views and subscriptions. This smear campaign is a horrible look for the sport of boxing, because all of these pussy boys online, all of these other content creators have double standards, and if these guys didn't have double standards, they wouldn't have any standards at all. But yeah, man, these dudes give everybody else a pass. They give Terrence Bud Crawford a pass. They give Tank Davis a pass. They give Demetrius Boo Boo Andre a pass. They give Jermall Charlo a pass. They give Deontay Wilder a pass. Oh, but Canelo don't get no pass, right? Canelo, nah, fuck Canelo. Screw the Mexicans, right? And anything or anybody that deals with Canelo Alvarez, you already have a problem with. And it's because it's Canelo Alvarez. Canelo is fighting Terrence Crawford. Oh, Crawford is too small and he's a cherry pick. Canelo's fighting Jake Paul. Oh, he's a YouTuber. Canelo gets a 4-fight deal with Turkey to fight in Real season. Now all of a sudden he's disloyal and he's abandoning his Mexican fans here in the United States. Y'all don't know whether y'all like Turkey or you hate Turkey. It's like, wow, man. Bruh, you guys will never be happy with anything Canelo Alvarez does. You miserable motherfuckers are never going to be happy with anything Canelo does. You're always going to bitch and complain and try to smear the man's name like the little bitches that you really are. I wonder if these content creators ever made any positive content on Canelo Alvarez, because I don't keep up with all of these content creators. It's too much, too many of them, too much content is just too much. But at the moment, all I see from my YouTube feed is I hate Canelo content, I tear down Canelo content, Canelo. So it's like, bro, if you don't like the guy, why do you make content on him? You miserable motherfuckers. And so you're mad that Canelo Alvarez signed a 4-fight deal with Turkey, and he's fighting a total of 4 fights in 2 years because he fights twice a year. So he's fighting 2 pound-for-pound fighters. He's fighting Terrence Crawford and he's fighting Dimitri Bivol, and he's doing this in 2 years because, again, he fights twice a year. And here's a double standard that I'm gonna give you guys for an example. Can you imagine the absolute glazing and the ball gobbling that would be taking place if Terrence Crawford was to sign a 4-fight deal with dates already in place? Who else in the sport of boxing is giving you a schedule and fighting consistently and dropping dates of when he fights, fight dates, and when they're going to happen? Who else is dropping fight dates on your bitch ass? I know it's not Terrence Crawford because Crawford only fights once a year. I know it's not Tank Davis because Tank Davis only fights once a year. I know it's not David Benavidez because David Benavidez only fights once a year. Narrative I wanted to expose, this is the newest one I've heard. Tell me something, you guys. Why are all these black guys like Two-Tone the Superstar from the Boxing Voice and Knockout Boxing 86, why are they speaking for Canelo's fan base? Why is that, man? Why is Knockout Boxing 86 speaking for the Mexican fan base, talking about Canelo is letting his Mexican fan base down by going over to fight in Real season in Saudi Arabia? Let me be the first to tell you guys, don't nobody give 2 fucks about Canelo going over and fighting in Saudi Arabia. Two-Tone the Superstar, Knockout Boxing 86 have never been supporters of Canelo Alvarez. All these guys do is talk negative and run smear campaigns on Canelo's name. But now Two-Tone and Knockout Boxing 86 want to speak for Canelo's fan base? First and foremost, you're not even part of the fan base. What the fuck is wrong with these dudes? And no, this is a serious question. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you dudes? What type of stupid ass narrative is this? Canelo is letting his fan base in the United States down by going over and fighting in Saudi Arabia? What the fuck? First and foremost, man, so Canelo Alvarez is not even from the United States. You stupid motherfuckers. Do you really think it matters if he fights in the United States or not? What the fuck is wrong with these dudes, bro? Let me get this straight. Guys that never been a part of Canelo's fan base are going to criticize Canelo for letting down his fan base? Yo, if that is not some of the most backward ass logic and narratives that I've ever heard, bruh. It's like, what the fuck? These dudes will say anything, and I mean anything, to continue to feed their audience negative narratives about Canelo Alvarez. Knockout Boxing 86, if you're listening to this, hear me out. Bro, don't worry about the Mexican fan base. Don't worry about the Canelo's fan base, because you don't know nothing about this fan base. You hate this fan base. Matter of fact, bro, you troll this fan base. Don't switch up now and use this fan base as one of your narratives or talking points. Matter of fact, I'll do you guys a better one. You find me one Canelo fan, he or she, don't matter, that has a problem with Canelo going over to Saudi and fighting. Do that for me, and I will admit that I was wrong. But in the meantime, yeah, man, do me a favor and you guys stop talking about the Canelo fan base, Mexican fan base. The Canelo fan base don't need you speaking for them, okay? The Canelo fan base speaks for itself. We have gotten so much entertainment from Canelo Alvarez over the years that it's alright, and he goes and he fights in Saudi. Matter of fact, that's even better, that he goes and he fights international. It's even better that Canelo takes this party global. That's right, Canelo rep that shit. Rep that Mexican flag. Rep it all the way in Saudi. And that's what's really going on. Deep down inside, they don't like the way that Canelo reps that Mexican flag. I know that shit has got you guys biting blood out your bottom lip. I know that is what is bothering you guys. I know that you guys really don't want Canelo taking and repping that Mexican flag in Saudi Arabia. You dudes are mad, man. You guys are big mad because every day it's a different narrative. You guys don't know what to say, which way to go. Every day is a new negative talking point and a new negative narrative. One day Canelo's cherry picking Bud, the next day Canelo is ducking Crawford. Okay, but I think I'm gonna stop right there, guys. I think I got my point across. I could keep rambling on and on and on, but I think I did a pretty good job of getting my point across. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section, man. And you already know, it's your boy Old Dog Boxing. I'm out, man.